Hello everyone, my name is Nick Delpra, and today I will be presenting my individual project for BIS 315. I chose to research the use of social media in the energy industry because it has been a career path I have been extremely interested in the past, and it's something I definitely can see myself going into. Also, my major operations management does not use a whole lot of social media, so I felt as if I could get more information from the internet if I studied something like this. Social media in the energy industry is a new and growing concept. As we learned in this course, social media is only effective when used properly. Throughout this presentation, I hope to show you which companies use social media, some examples of proper use, and examples of improper use, and explain how social media has changed the industry so far. Many big-name companies have begun to use social media outlets such as Twitter and Facebook. Consumers Energy and DTE Energy are two big-name companies that have been using these outlets. Smaller companies that are solar energy based, such as Soul Systems and BrightSource Energy, have also been starting to utilize Twitter to help spread the word about their companies and the solar energy business. While they may not have as many followers as DTE and Consumers, there are some good points for a new beginning for these newer companies and can help spread the word about solar energy a lot faster than in the past through news articles and other things like that because of the younger generations using these social media outlets. DTE and Consumers Energy are great examples of companies that truly use social media properly. They use outlets like Twitter and Facebook to provide vital information for their customers, including power outage tracking and different marketing campaigns. They have both gained an abundance of followers throughout these practices and through the past few years. One huge plus to using social media outlets such as Twitter is customer interaction. This is something that usually takes a lot longer on phone calls and other emails and things like that. That's been increased in speed and has really helped customer satisfaction. Consumers Energy Twitter shows a great example of how customer interaction can help PR and even help solve problems for customers and the company itself. As seen in this slide, a customer had a complaint and a problem with Consumers Energy. Consumers Energy responded not just once but twice to make sure that the customer was helped out. They were very polite about it. They really looked like they cared about her complaint, and they even asked to get her information so they could help solve the problem right away. The last slide gave us examples of properly used social media outlets. This slide, however, will show us a use of some improper and poor use. The best example of poor use of a social media outlet I could find would be the Twitter account of BrightSource Energy. BrightSource Energy is a newer energy company that is a solar powered energy company. It is a very new company, and obviously the Twitter is also new. They clearly don't put enough work into the Twitter, and as we've learned in this course, putting a lot of energy into social media can actually help you a lot. The first problem with BrightSource Energy's Twitter account is they have few followers. There's ways to gain followers, especially when you're a company that's trying to grow and clearly has made a lot of money in the past few years, as I looked up in my research. They need to reach out to their customers more to gain these followers, make sure people know that they even have a Twitter. They should also maybe try following customers, anyone who tweets about them, and that way they'll also know that BrightSource has these Twitter and maybe even Facebook too, which the Twitter account did not talk about at all. The BrightSource Energy Twitter seems to only post about solar energy, which can get pretty overbearing after a while. It's a little uninteresting when the Twitter is posting the same stuff over and over again. There's other things they could post about. They do not seem to reply to users like we saw in the last slide about any complaints. I could not find any complaints, but I'm sure people do tweet at them since they are a company. And they don't seem to talk about their customers or which areas they're in or anything really relevant to people who would want to use their energy company. They just keep coming off as just like an agenda to push solar power on them. And honestly, in the business world, that really isn't that helpful. It's not a very good marketing campaign to push some sort of agenda. How is social media changing the energy industry? Social media has made a huge impact on all industries, including the energy industry. Companies and customers alike both interact much more. Updates are delivered faster, power outages and problems can be reported earlier and even help fixed earlier because the companies will not know right away. But if someone tweets at them and says, "Hey, a down power line on Elm Street," they can get there a lot faster and help solve these problems. Marketing is definitely better off too with social media. Younger generations are all over social media. It's worked for other companies, to pay Twitter to put the little advertisements in there, and Facebook to have the advertisements on the side. Social media can also help spread facts or statistics about companies that people might not know unless they really wanted to research. But a simple tweet like, "Hey, did you know we serve this many people and this many people were satisfied?" always helps. It helps to get that kind of facts out there. As long as these different aspects of social media are used properly, advertising will be better off and customer satisfaction will definitely increase. All in all, social media has become a dominant force in the energy industry. The more companies use it and adapt to it, the more they will grow. Smaller companies such as BrightSource, as we went over earlier, still need to put in a little bit of work, but they'll continue to adapt and grow and will definitely help their companies if they keep using social media. Each company has had success with social media and made a few blunders, but they always seem to be great learning experiences. Well, our trip through the social media and the energy industry is complete. Thank you for listening, and I really hope you learned something new today.